The Faraway of Paladin episode 10 is lined up for quite some action. The last outing gifted the fans with an insane fighting sequence between Will and a giant wyvern. From fire to flight to fashion, the fight had everything that fans could have asked for. On top of this, Will also shared a beautiful evening with Robina. So now, fans are guessing what is next to come for this team and the Bishop. Here is everything that the fans need to know about the latest episode. The next week's episode is likely to continue Will's journey in the city of white sails. As he had already promised to himself, he is going to work for the good of the people of his country. He has also requested the king to give them the necessary resources to feed the poor. However, it is not clear if the king is willing to empty his pockets for the people of his country. In that case, what is Will willing to do? The title of the upcoming episode of The Faraway of Paladin is Renowned Glory. Will and Robina are on their way back to the camp. They are going to meet with the Bishop. However, this is a new city and danger is lurking everywhere. A beautiful night was ruined in the best way possible. A wyvern came flying in to attack Will. Thus, the next episode will open with an insane fighting scene. Will and Robina are going to drop their guard and fight the dragon. On the other end, The Faraway of Paladin episode 10 is also going to look at the king's arc. Will had asked the king to send some food and ration to the villagers who were suffering the consequences of their actions. Thus, it will be interesting to see if the king is going to accept this request and move forward with the act. The 9th episode of The Faraway of Paladin opened with the expedition to the city of white sails. But before this, Will and Robina got the chance to meet with Vice Bishop Bagley. They were concerned that going through the security would bust their intentions. However, being in the company of His Excellency Ethel, they were not checked as thoroughly as the common people. Later on, Will decided to explore the free country and enjoy some time with himself. As he and Robina explored the city, he asked her what the glowing poles on the streets were. She laughed and explained that they were called streetlights. Afterward, they also went to the public bath to take a shower. At the end of the day, they found a beautiful diner to spend the night. Now they are heading back to the Bishop's place. The weekly trail of action, drama, and romance will continue with the 10th episode. For now, the meeting with the Vice Bishop remains the main crux of the episode. So The Faraway of Paladin episode 10 is scheduled to release this Saturday on December 18th, 2021. The episode will be available on Crunchyroll with English subtitles. Keep an eye on this space for more